The Agri-weather outlook is sponsored by Excalia fungicide from Valent USA.
The weather pattern, which brought Arctic air into much of the central and eastern United States right around Christmas time, has retreated. It's gone back up into the Arctic. We are left with a pattern that is decidedly cold, but it is, after all, January. It is not Arctic air. There's no Arctic air in the lower 48. Now, as far as the northern plains, upper Midwest goes, southern parts of this region will actually be mild enough to get some periodic melting days in between freezing days, so it's not a set mild pattern. In fact, the northern part of the area, North Dakota, northern Minnesota, will likely largely remain below freezing and sometimes cold. There'll be some sub-zero numbers, but it is decidedly not Arctic air. Now, what all this means is that the storm track has shifted a bit. It has broadened, weakened a little bit, and I'll show you where the snow may come. It's still kind of looking like, overall, a cold and wet weather pattern for much of the central and eastern United States. We've just lost the really frigid air, which will stay mostly across the north. Briefly, there's a split in the jet stream, but that northern branch this week will kind of disappear, fade away, become less important. The primary jet stream through the middle of the country will do its typical meandering. I do expect this week there will be the occasional thawing day into places like Iowa, Illinois, Ohio, even Wisconsin. Southern Minnesota will get some days that go above freezing, but it won't be consistently. Consistently, this area will be below freezing, but we'll keep the really, really nasty cold up in central Canada. And in fact, as the week goes along, I look for that to be gradually retreating once again. If you're looking for a vacation in Florida, there will be some chilly days. The very south part of Florida will be fairly warm, but it certainly is not a warm pattern. And toward the weekend, it looks like they may even get another shot of somewhat cooler weather down into Florida. Texas looks relatively cool. The Southwest will have its usual warm air. As we get into the next week, which is, the middle of January still a mostly cold weather pattern, there will be a low pressure trough that will kind of fly through the middle of the country that may briefly mix up the air and bring a warmer day to some areas of the northern plains, but overall, cold weather. By that I mean below freezing weather. Not unusually cold, just near average to colder than average, which in January is mostly pretty cold. As far as precipitation goes, the primary storms this week are going to be on the coast. A lot of mountain snow in the west, a lot of coastal rain, and some of that will be fairly heavy. I do look for another east coast system with some thunderstorms at least one day early in the week across the south. That'll eventually change to snow in the northeast, and at least one system that will bring light to moderate snow in the northern plains. The second week still looking fairly wet. Northern plains, upper Midwest, not excessively wet, but definitely a chance of some snow, and the west coast will continue to see at least some temporary relief from the drought.